AITA for banning my sister from my wedding after she announced her pregnancy at my engagement party? Hey Reddit, I really need to know if I'm being unfair here. I, 26F, got engaged to my amazing fiancé, Jake, 28M, a few months ago. We've been together for 4 years, and I'd been dreaming about this moment for so long. Naturally, we wanted to celebrate, so we threw a small engagement party with close friends and family. It wasn't anything extravagant, just a nice dinner, speeches, and of course, a cake to celebrate the start of this next chapter in our lives. Everything was going great. My parents were happy, my fiancé's family was so supportive, and for the first time in a long time, I felt like the focus was actually on me. But then my sister, Lisa, 30F, decided to make the night about her. The announcement that ruined everything. Right before Jake and I were about to cut our engagement cake, Lisa suddenly clinked her glass. Everyone fell silent, expecting a toast or something. But instead, she stood up with this big, excited smile and said, "I just want to share some amazing news with you all. We're expecting." Asterisk. Cue the gasps, the cheers, the tears. My parents practically screamed in excitement. People immediately started swarming her with hugs, asking about baby names, due dates, and how she'd been feeling. Meanwhile, Jake and I just stood there awkwardly, still holding the knife, completely forgotten. My mom was sobbing, hugging Lisa, and my dad kept saying, "This is the best day ever," which stung because, wasn't this supposed to be about me and Jake? For the rest of the night, it was all about Lisa and her pregnancy. People barely paid attention to Jake and me. No one listened to our speeches, and when we finally cut the cake, half the guests weren't even watching because they were too busy chatting about baby stuff. Even our engagement gifts got shoved aside so people could rub Lisa's stomach, even though she wasn't even showing yet. Jake could tell I was upset, and honestly, he was too. But I held it in because I didn't want to be that person who makes a scene at their own party. The confrontation. The next day, I called Lisa and told her I was happy for her, but I was also really hurt that she chose my engagement party to make her big announcement. She laughed and said, "Oh, come on, it's not that serious." I just figured it was a good time since the whole family was together. I told her, yeah, but the whole family was together for my engagement. This was supposed to be about Jake and me. Her response? "People are going to care more about a baby than a wedding anyway. It's just how it is." That broke me. It wasn't just about the announcement. It was about the fact that she knew what she was doing and didn't even care. I told her she was selfish, and she got defensive, saying I was being dramatic and that I should just be happy for her. When I pointed out how she completely stole the spotlight, she rolled her eyes and said, "It's not my fault if people were more excited about my news than yours." I hung up before I said something I'd regret. The wedding ultimatum. A few weeks passed and I was still upset. Lisa has always had a habit of making things about herself. She threw a fit when I graduated college because I was the first daughter to get a degree. She wore white to my 21st birthday party because she said it was her color. And now this? So I made a decision. I called Lisa and told her that while she was invited to my wedding, I didn't want any more surprises. No gender reveals, no second pregnancy announcement, nothing that would take the attention away from Jake and me. If she couldn't respect that, then she shouldn't come at all. She flipped out. She called me a jealous bridezilla and said I was punishing her for being pregnant. She also told our mom, who immediately took her side, saying I was being cruel and that I should be honored to share my special day with Lisa's pregnancy. My mom even said, "You'll understand when you have kids, nothing is more important than family." My dad, however, actually agreed with me. He admitted that Lisa's announcement was insanely bad timing and that I had every right to set boundaries for my wedding. Now Lisa says she won't come at all unless I apologize. My mom is guilt-tripping me, saying I'm tearing the family apart over something so small, and even some relatives think I'm overreacting. But I know Lisa. If she pulled this at my engagement party, what's stopping her from making another big announcement at my wedding? I don't want to spend my whole reception watching my family fawn over her while Jake and I get pushed to the side again. So, Reddit. AITA for not wanting my sister at my wedding after what she did? Update: AITA for banning my sister from my wedding after she announced her pregnancy at my engagement party? Wow, I did not expect my post to blow up like this. Thank you to everyone who commented. I read as many as I could. A lot of you validated my feelings, and honestly, that meant a lot. Others suggested I have a serious talk with my family, so that's exactly what I did. The fallout with Lisa and my mom. After all the drama, I decided to have a final conversation with Lisa before making my decision. I texted her and asked if we could meet for coffee. Neutral territory, public setting, less chance of a screaming match. When we sat down, I started by saying, I just want to understand. Why did you feel the need to announce your pregnancy at my engagement party? She sighed dramatically and said, I already told you. It just felt like the right time. And honestly, I didn't think you'd care this much. I told her, Lisa, I care because it was supposed to be about Jake and me. You completely overshadowed our moment, and now you're acting like I'm the problem for not wanting the same thing to happen at my wedding. She rolled her eyes and said, okay, fine. I won't say anything at the wedding. But you seriously need to let this go. It's not like I did it to hurt you. I asked her one simple question. If it were your baby shower and I announced my engagement in the middle of it, how would you feel? She paused. Then, instead of answering, she just crossed her arms and said, it's different. That told me everything I needed to know. I said, okay, Lisa. If you really don't see what you did wrong, then I don't think you should come to my wedding. I love you, but I can't risk you making it about yourself again. She got so mad. She started ranting about how I was being petty and that I was banning my own sister from my wedding over something stupid. When I wouldn't back down, she stormed out, leaving me with the bill. Classic. Of course, my mom freaked out when she found out. She called me and said, Lisa is family. You're being so cruel, and she's pregnant. She needs our love right now. I told her that Lisa being pregnant doesn't give her a free pass to be selfish. Mom wasn't having it. She said if Lisa wasn't invited, she wouldn't come either. So yeah, now my own mother is boycotting my wedding. Dad's unexpected support and the best news ever. The only silver lining? My dad called me after he heard about everything. I expected him to scold me, but instead he said, you did the right thing. Lisa's been pulling this crap for years, and I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself. I nearly cried. He told me he would be at my wedding, no matter what, and that he'd make sure the rest of the family doesn't turn against me. He even offered to cover any extra wedding expenses if my mom refuses to contribute, which she has been threatening to do. But the best part? Jake's family has been incredible. His mom literally said, if your mom doesn't want to come, we'll fill that dance floor ourselves. And Jake himself has been my rock through all of this. If nothing else, this whole situation made me realize just how lucky I am to be marrying someone who truly has my back. Final decision. No Lisa, no drama. So, that's it. Lisa is not coming to my wedding. My mom is being petty, but I'm done bending over backward to make everyone happy. The wedding is in a few months, and honestly, I'm excited. This is our day, and I refuse to let my sister steal another moment from me. And if Lisa decides to announce her next pregnancy at someone else's big event, well, that won't be my problem.